Aishu Real is here? Hello, everyone. Hello, N, Silly, Elma, Sleepy, Aishu. Lovely to see you on Twitch. Hey, Sleepy. Sorry, I was extra late, like maybe 2 hours late. Dee walks into me and Silly fighting over a muffin in the corner of the kindergarten. Well, I do love fighting. How did we find the last update of Volume 10? The last update for a while? How are you doing today, Dee? I was afraid somebody's gonna ask. This late benefits me? Glad to hear that then. You cried, Ursula. Don't ask how am I doing or else I'll cry. How are you doing, Sleepy? How is everyone? What good news you have? Because I don't know what happened, but like I guess things have to be balanced because 2025 was full of good things and like 2026. To me, honestly, I am a person who doesn't, in general, I have 2 friends who always meet to plan the year. And then they plan the month and stuff like that. And to me, there is no difference between going from December to January. It's no different to me than going from June to July. That's always been my mindset. I don't see any... I kind of tend to live week by week, month by month, project by project, more than year by year. But yeah, I can't help but notice that 2026 said, to borrow from Andy's status on Discord, Dee, you're not ready for me. And I don't think I'm ready because it's been so strange, man. I'm not catching a break with the negativity. So last year or the year before, I lost an SSD. If anybody follows me on Twitter and followed that saga of me losing a very important SSD. So I spent a ton of money on getting my own network attached storage. NAS is what it's called, where you can have a big amount of storage and then you set it up in a way where it copies that hard drive. It's a thing that is like beneficial for you and beneficial for working remotely and accessing your files from anywhere. At the same time, it's the better backup solution. So I kind of put a lot of money into that. And last night I went to bed feeling like, oh, I'm done with the trailer. I can take some time off. I can just relax. Today I'm not gonna do anything. Like tomorrow I'm not gonna do anything. Meaning today. And my sister is here from abroad, so it will be the first time she's here and I don't have anything ongoing, so we can do things together. So I wake up today and I just want to move the folder of the trailer because I'm done with it to this NAS that I have as a backup, so I can clear some storage from my computer. And lo and behold, it's not working. It's unseen. It's not doing anything. It's unresponsive. I went with the extreme case of, you know, when you any computer, any electronical thing that gets frozen, you just hold the power button until it shuts down, right? 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Not even that is working. That hidden button where you just put a pin in it and you reset everything, yeah, not even that is working. So yay. So today was really bad. I'm very angry. And I have everything on those hard disks. It's like 8 terabytes of everything. All of my phone backups, all my Jevi videos, all my YouTube videos, all my series, anime, whatever, all of my work, music, everything is on there. So I needed to get this out of my system. So after I kind of felt like there's nothing to do until I hear from the place I bought this thing from, because they came here after much fighting and took it to check it because it's still under warranty. I bought it on December 7th. So after I realized like there's nothing I can do, okay, I'm gonna stream. So I come here to scream. I come here to my room to stream, and my nephew and niece follow me and they want to color, and then they start talking about Jevi. And I was going to stream while they're here, but my niece was talking about how she misses Jevi's poop. So I don't know if that was a good idea. And then it became a full house, so they just left, and I'm like, I need an hour or a half to format this thing and post it and stream, so bye-bye. Scream and stream, best combo, yeah. I hope it works again. Yeah, we hope. We hope. Thank you for all the good wishes. We hope it survives. If it doesn't, that's the problem. If it doesn't, it's gonna be a real problem to me, because it's not. I don't know how to I don't know how to feel bad or how to be angry about something that has no solution. So if it's like just gone, it's not gonna work. I feel like I have to feel bad and be angry, but then it doesn't make sense to my brain, so it's gonna be a tough situation. We need alpha electronic expertise. It's not even 2 months old. Hey Tam, welcome. Hey Psycho, welcome, thank you. So anyway, the update. How are we finding this Mercury? Would you look at that? Charcoal and Mercury. Okay, I didn't check what the today teaser for volume 11, and I was wondering like where those panels from. Did you check them after all, Aishu? I just went up to read your message before I went on my rambling. It was like, boom, new character. I mean, I gotta give people something. A hook. Because with the way the book ended, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would think, oh, is this it? It happened with volume 7 as well. Sneaking on the boys. Anonymous gifter. Oh, I understand now what is happening. Thank you so much for the sub. We don't know who this anon gifter is, but we appreciate them so much. Thank you so much. No more 9 ads for silly. Thanks, Sleep. I mean, thank you, anon gifter. So yeah. You're afraid of them? Why are you afraid of this new character? Even though I know there will be new characters, I still got surprised. I couldn't wait, honestly. Yeah, please. I'm so excited to see them interact with the rest of the cast. I can't wait myself. I always thought this new character would appear through White's job. The co-worker thing, right? Sisi. I don't understand forcing. Like, I'm gonna be so annoying and so uncomfortable. You're gonna sit so uncomfortable and pet me. I don't understand this cat's demands. Whoever they are, they can bond with Daniel over cigarettes. I always think of, like, I should really find some sort of symbolism to cigarettes, because they always revolve around something in this series. Like White being a smoker in secret, Daniel, White's mother, Wasim and the whole thing that happened with Tai, Black and his talk with Jandar. So Jandar was smoking. So there should be something. Black's family are the only ones that don't smoke. All of them. I guess they're busy with other problems. Or with other addictions, let's say. Is he the one who wears a hat? Do you want an answer to that? He was in prison, smoke, and it's obviously he has a temper. Something about him calling them charcoal and mercury fuels me. Listen, I really needed aura. I needed slice of life aura for this character. So what better way than to have him say something like that? Sia, please. She's getting on my nerves today. I'm just very short-tempered. Hatman. Cece yearns to be a burden. Listen, I wanted to share something on my pet's account, but I couldn't because it will sound better with a smiling emoji or like a joking emoji or a judging emoji, but I couldn't. I still can't, honestly. Because my sister came from abroad, and my other sister, my older sister and my younger sister both came from abroad. And even like nephew and niece as well. Everyone agrees that there is something different about Sia. She looks younger, she looks happier, she's way more inviting and welcoming to everyone. She usually doesn't like kids, but she's so fine that she's like sleeping, completely sleeping with her back to this kid who is playing on her back, and she doesn't mind it. And I guess it's all because Jeffy's gone, I guess. she really, really didn't like him. Oh my god, Sia. Hey, Lipino. Hi, Blue. Car shop, you know who has a car? Or this guy is gonna meet like before Daniel does, because why his prison mate acts so differently around this person? His prison mate, I love it. What a welcome. What a line to enter with, Blue. I'm trying to find. D and smoking characters, I know, right? If I were a cat, I too would make people's lives as convenient as as inconvenient as possible. White prison theory, that's exactly why I put this here. The new character is named Clockman. I thought that if prison thing was true, he knew White back then, but no, I don't believe it. Still, huh? She is very happy, not gonna lie. I feel that she's happy, but I couldn't say it. I didn't want to believe it, but... Because I also saw her when Oriki died. The rabbit I had before Jevi. When she entered the room, she looked around, she sniffed his stuff and all that, but with Jevi it's like... Oh, hi, this is my room! Very, very... It's funny in a way. Not gonna lie. It's funny. I'm proud of her for knowing what she wants. Like, finally, I am now the center of attention. All worship. Yeah, my younger sister, because my younger sister is the one that got Siash, so it's her cat before she got married and moved abroad. And she tells me, like, she really doesn't like him because she knows that you love Jevi. So it's really just jealousy for you, like, over you, or I don't know how you phrase that. Something about orange cats, yes. She's just a little hater, yes. And honestly, I always like she always was not. She's very funny, and she has such a personality, because that change also happened when she started seeing Eyeless. Because Eyeless, we let her in the house, in the first floor, and we lock it up because they don't like one another. They fight, but. She kind of learned the timing for when we let Eyeless in and out. So let's say like we let her in at dawn and let her leave to her place around like 7 p.m. for example. You will find Sia at 7 p.m. If it's like 7 and 7 past 5, she starts meowing like it's my time now. Open up. She's very, and sometimes she stays in the first floor longer, so we wouldn't bring Iris out. It kind of. I enjoy that, honestly. I enjoy that side of her, like just observing it. Like, okay, you want things for yourself. My sister, my younger sister, who is reading Grey, is the one I mentioned before, and I suggested that she leaves. She joins Discord. We were talking about Sia and how she's doing with, like, after Jevi's death and stuff. And she's like, Yeldar. Like, it's just Yeldar, man. Because I keep telling that Jevi wished she would just play with him. Jevi loved her. So, it's funny that they are both February kids. Late February kids. How is she doing, the sweet girl? She's doing great. She's getting chubby. A little bit obese, in my opinion. But she's a darling. All the way back when you first met Iris. Oh my god, Iris. Iris was younger than Jevi. That's the sad part. Oh, my nephew today is like, oh, I wanted to see Jevi. And I'm like, Jevi's now in heaven. And then he's like, did you see him fly there? Like, why can't we see him fly to... I call my sister, like, come deal with your son. I don't have... Sia wants to dominate the place? Yes, it's only hers. Charcoal and Mercury. So charcoal is white and Mercury is black. See you in volume 11. Oh my god, these. So when he meets one of them, we will save the introductions. Do they know him? You think? He already knows both of them. The new character is more of a stalker than White. He's watching them from all the way up there. And he lives next to White. Like, see? This is Jad's house. And this is where he was. I mean, if he meets one of the boys, he already know this boy got a boy. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now. This first. Honestly, it would be fun to see them meet a brand new person they don't know with how much they changed. I'd like to see how they approach a new person. It's exciting to think about new characters, and I have a ton of them. But it's also scary to me. My immediate headcanon is that he's gonna be such a nuisance to White specifically, like he was one of the kids in his high school. I did, you know, that's a good point, because I did talk multiple times on Discord about we know nothing about White's teenhood, teenage days, his school days after Black moved out. I can just imagine Kid White following Black around and the new character is behind observing them both, like that one meme. You know what, that, for those Hunter x Hunter fans in the Grey is fandoms, this feels like Bisque, when Bisque came at the start of Greed Island and just watched Gon and Killua. No, I don't think they know him, or I don't know, considering he is close to Jan's house and prison. I didn't put the prison there for nothing. Scary for sure, but the possibilities? Velma was scary to introduce, well, for what at least. Yeah, Velma was easier, and yeah, I do have, like, all the characters. We don't have a character that is completely brand new. So many new dynamics to explore. I wish I pulled that off in a good way. Stories I like Chihayafuru or Haikyuu, with their great dynamics. They have this large cast, and each character has 2-3 very beautiful and different dynamics. With it's very lifelike and very beautiful, and I wish I have the ability to write that. I do feel a little bit of like doubt and anxiety from it, because I don't know, I'm a closed off person myself, so I do observe a lot. I do listen to people a lot, but we'll see how that serves me in writing. I knew Silly's here. Talking about Hunter x Hunter. I talk about it very comfortably, knowing that, Silly, you're here. At first, he gives me the chill. A person from the Whisperville who talks about White and his father relate. Good point. Imagine the character casually mentioning when we were in. And Black is just Black is gonna be so happy. Honestly. Black is gonna be so happy. Let's space these. Chapter 74, Chapter 77, Chapter 75. Prison was probably the first time White was fully away from Whisperville, only to get prison mate who conveniently lives next door. Huh. Huh. We get a confirmation about the 3 rooms. Not 3 rooms, three frames. Let's move this here and... You definitely have done that so far. If I made a web graph of the relationships in the series, I could have like... Really? You think so? I really hope so. I don't see it, personally. But it's comforting to know that you see it. And I hope to do even more and impress. What the heck, that character's name is Biscuit? Yeah. Translation I read, Hunter x Hunter is spelled Biska. That's. I just said Bisky. And on another note, I will forever see Kurapika as Klapika. Translations are. I probably wouldn't be able to properly say the names if I haven't watched the anime. I always need the anime to know how to pronounce. That's why we need the No Home anime. So I can, at long last, do that video where I talk about this story properly without feeling too self-conscious with the pronunciation. Especially in this volume, I feel like there's so relationship between characters that aren't the main boys. Where really? That's very interesting. I kind of want to demand those essays, Sleepy. Will the parents know each other? On another note, who was in prison first? Because a joint crime would be crazy. Ah, Blue. Ah, Blue. I love your mind. And it always makes me feel so good that you are a big fan of Grey is, because with a person that has those ideas and then my ideas come with all their timidness and mundanity, I guess. Mundanity. Yeah, it's an accomplishment. What's with the English today? I think that what works for Haikyuu is the ways in which the characters connect into the overall arching theme of the show. But in Grey is, the major theme changes the meaning based on the person, and I think it's reflected well. That's great to read, honestly. Yeah, I do tend to have, like, I always thought about it. I do, or exactly, this is exactly what I'm doing. Like, forgiveness, for example. Forgiveness is a topic that I'm tackling with different characters. How each character seeks, receives, or doesn't see forgiveness, for example. Forgiveness is a very big theme. The first that comes to mind. So yeah, I am trying to explore themes through characters more than characters revolving around one theme. But still, I guess the idea of exploring maybe the new theme, we can say, is branching out, getting out of your comfort zone. Because Grey deals with identity, you need more people for that identity to be explored, to be challenged. So again, maybe new characters will revolve around themes again. But yeah, it's like let's think. I was thinking the other day, what is, like, when you think of Wasim and Daniel, for example, like, they would never meet. And you always have in the stories characters like that, like, they don't know each other. Like, let's see. If we think of... no fandom is coming to mind, but there are a lot of anime and manga that you read, and there are two characters that are so far apart that it's just entertaining to think of them interacting, you know? And I like that. The new character name is Yan Young from New Home. The Danny Judd relationship especially just knows, yeah, I'm just afraid of volume 11 onward, and I'm also you're all are getting me excited about it. Yin Yang is great as would fix all the characters' problem by becoming everyone's common enemy. Honestly, I feel like I need to think of White and him interacting. I don't know why it feels like it's gonna be something interesting. I can make Husim and Danny dynamic work, don't dare me. We'd love to see it. So today my sister is reading volume 6 now, and she's telling me, I don't know what happened in what happened in volume 6 where the language just jumped. She's like, I was enjoying it. It was an easy read up to volume 5, and then volume 6 happened. I'm like, Daniel got into the picture, and Daniel's talking to White, and in my head it's just, it's Daniel. It's White's uncle. We know that, and she's like just talking about how it's harder to read, language-wise. And I'm like, we're only starting. It's gonna get heavier and heavier. And then she's, oh, so okay, who is Daniel? Like, why does he know White? Like, is it because his mother used to go to him? I'm like, oh, people who read volume 6 still don't know. My God. It was the first time I kind of forgotten what spoilers are. I didn't spoil her, but it was... I feel like it would have to depend on what version of White and what version of Yin Yang are interacting with. White and Yang would be similar to Haijun and Yin Yang. See, here's the thing. Exactly, that is so true. If you take White, the righteous, do the right thing, you gotta be nice and play by the society's rule and stuff, yeah, you would get that. But generally speaking, looks-wise and chaos-wise, when you read No Home, you feel like Yin Yang and Black. But the more you get into it, you understand that there's, like, if White wasn't picked up by Jad, he would be Yin Yang, like, he would be him. It's so easy for him to reach that point. Because he was betrayed by the system, by the adults, by parents, and my heart. It's like those characters who have they have a fire in them, and they do want to be good, but the world around them keeps telling them that no, you're not gonna amount to anything. Black and Daniel interaction, love to see more. Like, I pray for it. There wasn't anything to begin with. Love to see more. Like, I pray for it. I feel like it was cool guy White. Yin Yang would hate him, but treat him with like signalingly fake kindness. Oh my God, Yin Yang and his fake smiles. My God, I love that story. I need to read it. So I need White to come across someone who had his life but wasn't picked up by a Jad, so he can see. Like, already, White already appreciates everything that he's got, and he knows that he has an advantage in a lot of ways, especially like when it comes to his brain and his looks. But yeah, like I always entertain the idea in my head of White coming across someone that is so similar to him in background. Now, there are two branching ideas from that. Like, either someone that is from a similar background, but has done better and has done very good. And another that is like, oh, that could have been me. Third reread, you all. I already read it 3 times. Fourth reread, if I'm gonna reread it a 4th time, I'm gonna do it on stream, I feel. I want other people to know it. But I'll have to get over my self-consciousness with pronunciation first. If they were both truly openly being themselves, I feel they would get along, but that would take so much time. So much time. White not picked up by Jad gives me the image of that future illustration you drew. The one in the alleyway? Or the one with the trash bags? I have the idea that Ian Young might be really jealous of White until he finds out about White's own past. Yeah, again, it works like with Haijun too, when he realized about the stealing. That's the problem with people who just put a persona or a facade. They're easily judgmental about other people until they're slammed in the face. That you would stream. No Home. Aishu, if you haven't read No Home, what are you doing with your life? I know you have a lot of projects and you have college work and stuff, but No Home, please read it if you haven't. I would like to share that I just bought and finished a whole can of pickles in about 10 minutes. A whole can of pickles? I love me some pickles, but I do worry for your stomach. Trash bags, yes. With black? Oh, that one. He's gonna have to face it eventually. He's gonna have to face it. You know, characters like Ian Young in real life are the reason there's a bug in my system where I always end up giving the other person the benefit of the doubt and putting it all on me whenever anything happens because of people like that. So I want to be angry at him because it's a tough existence. To always think, oh, they probably have something they're hiding, they're masking. That comes from somewhere, for sure. I laughed so hard, it's okay, I know who knows what I'm through, and you're joking. Read No Home. That's me being serious, no jokes. Read No Home. Oh no. Yeah, I didn't read it yet, but I watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm planning to. The anime is very short, and it's like a trailer. But the manhwa, my god. Masking characters, I'll never stop being so insane over you. They're fun in fiction, that's for sure. I did a presentation on Grey Is and No Home for my What? What, silly? a time limit on me I didn't get to finish. Grey home and is no. What was it? No grey and is home? No. No grey and home is? Yes, that's. Dark side of D comes out if no reader reads no. I know. I can't. It's like no home. Everybody has to read no home. The anime is like too pretty. It's too detailed. I wish they didn't go for the traditional anatomy. I don't know. I didn't mind it. I do tend to look at adaptations for what the word means. Like, they are adapting. So, adapting to the medium, like, that is the appealing look. But I see what you mean. But as a person who just enjoys it as a comic, a manhwa, I'm not really asking anything from... I wasn't like expecting anything from the anime other than I want soundtrack. Why is this snapping? Wait, there's something wrong. Snap. Ah, this is... okay. There it is. Home is... No Grey Home is my favorite painting show. No Grey Home is. You know, I thought of the idea that I'm gonna make my graduate research about manga comics helps in English, and I would take Grey is as a study subject, but I thought it would be so hard with only 3 months that I have... That's very thoughtful and sweet of you. That's very impressive. My god. Thanks for the hydrate. I feel like my mic is very loud, that you can hear my phone all over at the other side, on the other side of my desk. So how are you feeling about Daniel keeping this little bird thing? I'm pretty sure someone mentioned before, across the years, like it's strange that White still has that paper. I'm pretty sure somebody talked about this. It's so Daniel of him. I remember you also said it was with Danny. Am I surprised the White archiver kept the paper White threw away? No. Fair. That's true. I guess White checked with Daniel about that word and Danny kept it afterwards. See, here's the thing. I was going to draw the scene, and maybe it will appear at some point. If in clippings, Daniel is going to be hidden, because Daniel doesn't have a place in the clippings, sadly. And if in the series, I don't know yet when or how or where. So I'm going to say it now, because there's no plan at all. But I did imagine, like... the music is perfect. I'm gonna say it quickly so we can have this music. So imagine just White being really sad, maybe tearful, holding this paper or something. And it's either he told Daniel or Daniel asked him about it. And then Daniel goes to say about how you don't always have to listen to what, or he starts saying that, I know my sister says awful things sometimes, but don't take it to heart. And not everyone sees things the same, and seeing things differently from other people doesn't mark them wrong. I'm so interested in that. What was his thought process? What did he expect? Did he know it would come to this, or is it different from what he was looking for? How did White react when he found out it was still there? The frames now have another meaning. The thing one person shamed him for is now framed and displayed, yes. Yeah, so I imagine in the end, Daniel just told him, like, want me to keep it for you, and White agreed. Or whatever his name was back then. He did. I imagine him, like, I didn't think too much about it, but I do think he It's just me thinking of Daniel more than White, honestly, when I thought about it, because Daniel probably saw all the good and bad, just like everyone in this series. A lot of them see the bad in a family member, but stick to them, and others just cut them off. Or mark them as something. You didn't have to add that. Come on, you know me. I can't. Would White take it from Danny if Black didn't know about it and say what he said? I'm not exactly understanding what you're asking again. What are you talking about that he doesn't? Of course he does. Daniel, Jad, and White have hilarious conversely when they're together, like the three. So yeah, clippings Daniel works well. He doesn't work well. How can I, like, Daniel's reveal on its own is a thing that Volume 5 starts with, and then White's reveal as a patient to Daniel is a thing on its own, and then who Daniel is to White is a whole big thing. I never see him in clippings. Never. Aiming for screams on stream? I can't be the only one doing the screaming all the time. So, Elma's bingo, did you get bingo? They did talk about the counting. Maybe this should go here, actually. And then we take this down. Where is White's jacket? Did I turn off something without? There it is. Beach episode, but it's just Danny taking the day off. Oh man, that would be fun. He would have an iPad where he watches stuff, maybe. We need Danny and Black to confuse the Clippers fully. You all have an agenda. The Black Daniel agenda. The only problem is there are certain things in the series that should be a reveal, like should be their own. And you know how Nishinoya and Haikyuu enters, like certain things need that kind of entrance. So I can't even jokingly tackle them. Thank you so much for being here, Tam. I did fall asleep to streams before, and it's kind of fun when you just drift off, so enjoy your sleep. Oh wait, D, you have to, because in the new year clippings for 2020, Daniel will... Yeah, he was. We were talking about that today because I got the test print for Hirayeth art book, and there's that drawing there, and that drawing has the best comment in Webtoon. Because someone said like he really predicted the lockdowns, huh? It's like the one drawing I drew of the whole cast sitting together inside, and then COVID happened. Would White keep the little bird if that memory when he as a kid asked Black about calling Butterfly a little bird and Black liked? Yeah, definitely he would keep it because of how Black reacted to it, but that happened way after, so I imagine if Daniel wasn't there, he would have thrown it away. The iPad kid. Did not pass my attention that White called Black's son in this update. Chad, your old man. It's fun. He calls him Sir. Son. What is a strange one? This here. Of course it didn't go past you. I didn't get a bingo, only one missing, but I'm still gonna redo the card before the volume starts. I'm so used to White calling Black mate. Yeah, that one too. There is a name, there is a certain word he's gonna use for him in volume 11 at some point. And I think that one is gonna stick the longest. I'm tired of formatting. I really am not feeling it today. Let's try. What happens if I... You know what the problem is? When my layers aren't really well organized, I don't know how to format. I hate formatting when I don't have organized layers, and the extras don't have... Let's see, if I do this and merge. Okay, at least I have the afterword on its own. Great. My favorite is Silly. We all have one. Silly is a good one too. He had the same fit as before meeting Rajad and Daniel's talk, it seems. This one here? The only difference is, though, he still has his scratches here. While the meeting with Daniel, he doesn't have it. So the meeting with Daniel Al-Jad definitely happened a little bit later in the future. Petition for White to call him partner in a Western how do you in a Western accent? I've been watching Alexander play Red Dead Redemption, so I should know. Howdy, partner. That's it, right? What he call him, brother? I don't see him calling him brother. Other than like, you're my brother or something like that, but no, calling him, no. Welcome, Angered Potato. Then he keep it back, then gave it to White, so White would take it and keep it in a frame, and that memory helped. Yeah, that, you know, it's on, like, White was hanging these frames back in chapter 73. Like Manar said, White really included everything in what he wrote. What's happening here? Oh, I need to... Okay, this. Copy and paste. I wasn't selecting. List of things important to White. I need them to call each other brother in front of strangers. Why? If White calls Black partner, like how in Silent Hill F. Shu called... Oh, Himiko... Oh, that one too. Sleepy, if you haven't been to the streams, the VODs are on his VOD channels. And they're really, really good. They're really fun. If you enjoy Red Dead Redemption and you played it and enjoy watching playthroughs, it's a fun one. Sorry to hear that, Aishu. And thanks for being here. Because saying that's my brother to your best friend is fulfilling. Oh, I thought there was a joke there, but you kind of attacked me with the soft feelings. I called my best friend brother in front of my own brother. Now that's cool. Oh man, I'm really afraid from just thinking about volume 11. Thank you, Sleepy. I really am not enjoying this. Thank you all for being here. As usual. I really love that black really love headpats, but if white receives one and full goes on, do you have a death wish? 100%. I hear a lot of people love headpats. I don't, but it's a very strange thing to me. You know when you love a certain food and then you find people that, or you hate a certain food and you realize that a lot of people don't like it, and it's just that weird thing like, how can you hate this? Or how can you love this, for example? To me, that's how headpats is. A lot of people are all about that and how good it feels. I'm like, how? Why? It sends shivers down my spine. White is so nonchalant when he confesses his love. I need to learn that. Yeah. He says it as it is. And you've probably seen the one where he talks about how he's jealous of Amir to Black. And Black is like, please teach me your ways. How can you talk about being jealous so in such a cool and not like careless way? Hey Andy, headpats are so comforting. Welcome. Good entrance line. I don't like headpats if it's me doing it. To myself against headphones. Sorry about that. I don't like anyone touching me unless it's a hug. My mom hugged me when Jevi died, like the next day, and I was like a log. I just stand there. I don't even like hug back. It's very funny, I feel. Thanks a lot for coming, Blue. I hope to see you next time we stream for Grey Is or anything. And thank you for being here every Saturday that you can. I love hugging people, but getting hugged is so hit or miss. My sister is sending me messages asking me, is Grey Eyes Daniel the one with grey eyes from the wolf story? One is Black's father, one is White's father, and the third one... He gave Jad a call now. Do you want an answer? I think the story says that the Grey Eyes is... Oh, but man, we're not gonna have, like, after... When Blue was leaving, it just hit me that they're not gonna be... I'll try to keep the Saturday stream live. I don't know what we're gonna do, but just thinking that... Oh, we won't be having discussions for a while. Here for the cozy hours. Welcome, welcome. White is writing with his right hand. My headcanon, I'm the author, so it should be the canon. Headcanons are canons, should be, right? He knows how to use both hands. But still, I went with him having shaky handwriting because he's writing with his right hand. What's White's true eye color? Blue? They're black, but I always add shades of blue to them. Maybe he has very dark blue. But whenever I draw him alive and with feelings, he gets this blue shade. Both Jad and Daniel have blue eyes. We can discuss and enable the yapping? Let's hope so. Are there black and white webtoon? Yeah. So they are on webtoon. You can read it. There are also side stories that are colored. So that link will give you a link to the webtoon. And from there you can find this one as well. Both stories are in my webtoon account. Yapping streams of literary comparison? Ooh, that sounds... very interesting and deep for my brain. Yep. Sorry. I have a feeling we'll find a way to discuss things anyway. I hope so. I'll be there. Hopefully, I'll have to find what we can do on Saturdays so we don't lose the Saturday. It's been years, son. If there's anything you should write down to remember, is this. When he's alive, yes. I love the changes here, but honestly I prefer the original because it's so rare to see White kissing. It feels strange and lovely at the same time. Yeah, but still, I can't. I genuinely can't. I don't know if I've ever showed the... It's not just like with fan service. In general, there are certain things that I can't do in print. And I don't know if I've ever showed the original panels of Ia from chapter 57, the start of volume 8. I drew different... I drew her wearing different clothes, but I couldn't print. I couldn't have them in print. Just, it's like, the print kind of feels final. It's scary. Okay, I think I'll need... minus 35 Celsius? Are you for real? Oh my god. Please stay warm. Forehead kisses are my favorite type, not gonna lie, so the idea tugs at my heartstrings. If only the world was kinder, and or I was bolder, let's say. Maybe one day, Volume 10, second edition, will find a boulder D. Boulder makes me think of a big rock following Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. Some places near my area has exploding trees right now because of how cold it's getting. The trees are literally combusting. Oh, Canada. Oh my god. Stay safe. It's like there is this other never mind. Let's see. Oh no, I need... Oh, it's gonna be a long one, dude. Is this gonna be readable on the phone? Every time I think of like, is this font too small? I remember how small the font on Instagram is. Have you ever thought of that? Thank you, Sleepy. It's strange for me to post an afterword like that. It feels like a thing that should be in the book, you know? Instagram is the bane of my social media existence. If my friends weren't there, I'd have it uninstalled the way it was for... Ugh, don't get me started. If I wasn't running this business, if I was more known, I would have ditched a lot of places, honestly. When I said it feels strange, I meant strange coming from white, because black is the one who usually... Yeah. Again, it's white has these things that when he knows this he kind of knows this is black's love language or whatever. So he's willing to do it if it's gonna help in any way. Oh no, I didn't fill in. Every time I say kiss, I think of Inad's meaning for kiss. Oh my god, Inad and his ways, man. Ah, this music fits this. I need to open... this. See, the lighthouse keeper even untied his tie, loosened his tie. You've been using Inad kiss method for about 3 months. It's very helpful, right? They're taking a break from their roles. Yeah. They're just enjoying. The lighthouse isn't even rotating or having any light. Ah, we're done. My god, thank you so much for being here. I really didn't want to work on this. I did it, thank you. We did it. Good job, everyone. Thank you. I am very thankful for you being here. A whole year of formatting on stream. What a great idea, what a great time. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I hope I won't leave you waiting. Definitely not for 4 years. Well, my god, what is English? My god. Deserved so much rest. Hopefully. I just want to wake up and sit on my desk and write in volume 11, draw some clippings maybe, or some doodles and some teasers and stuff like that. That's gonna be my rest. Oh, thank you. Thank you all for real. What happened? We finished the formatting, and I'm being very thankful for everyone being here throughout these Saturdays. I can't wait for volume 11 to start. Do something for yourself, at least one thing. But that is for myself. For real, yeah. Thank you, Sleepy. And yeah, I'll post this on Webtoon. And I'll catch you around on Discord, maybe another stream. Go on vacation with Inad? Imagine that, my god. The end of volume 11 officially everywhere. Yeah, true. I can't wait for volume 11 for chapter 80 to drop. I can't wait for the talks we're gonna get from chapter 80. I already know what chapter 80 is, so I can't wait. Take care, everyone. See you around. And thank you so much again for being here. The pre-order races. Thank you all. Bye-bye.